Good morning everyone. Today is Thursday the 9th of January. It's now 25 to 10 and today is my last part here in London. I fly home this evening. Yep, flying home instead of getting the train. So flying from Heathrow back up to Newcastle. I've had a lovely few days down here in the capital. It's been brilliant despite the hotel drama, that first hotel on the Monday, but things have been very much on the up after that. It's a very sunny morning in London this morning. Sunshine, blue skies, but it is very cold out there as well. At least hopefully the sun will stay, hopefully it stays like that most of the day. So I've not time to do bits and bobs. I'll not be setting off to Heathrow till about between 3 and 3:30 this afternoon. So just check out, drop my case off, and I think I'll head towards the Westminster area to begin with. Right, let's go. I plan to spot another 2 more stations while I'm here. I plan to do at least Paddington, and possibly I might do Waterloo this morning. That's my case dropped off, so I'm going to go. It's very sunny this morning. Sunny on Gloucester Road, but cold. We're going to get a bit of breakfast and then jump on the tube. So jumping on the District Line train, going to get off at Westminster. Right, Jubilee to Waterloo. So here I am, Waterloo, spot on, straight away. Years gone by, this station has been a problem to get signed in, but otherwise this time, spot on. Now this is of course South Western Railway territory, the only train company that operates out of here. So you've got services that head towards Berkshire, places like Woking, you go to Portsmouth, Bournemouth, Weymouth, Aldershot, Salisbury. This is one of the busiest stations in London. Probably this and Victoria are the top 2 terminals. And of course to the right here is the old Eurostar terminus, which is now platforms 20 to 24, I think. That opened in 1994 and the Eurostar trains moved to St Pancras in 2007. And being here, I'm literally right beside, I've got the Shell building and the London Eye just up there. And there's a 444 going to Weymouth. It'll be a sunny day for the coast, but it will be very cold. All this would have been South West trains, of course, before South Western Railway. that'll head towards Woking, Basingstoke, Winchester, Southampton, Brockenhurst, Bournemouth, Poole, and then Weymouth. And there's one of the older trains in operation. Just over there, in the old South West Trains livery. But them trains eventually will get withdrawn. They're built by the same company. They're built like many other ones. British Rail and Brell built them. And this is a good station to spot at. Literally trains in and out all the time. Further down the line, head to Vauxhall, and then one of the I think perhaps the busiest station in terms of traffic, Clapham Junction, where trains literally every few seconds in and out that station. It's the Class 159s that South Western Railway operate. I think they do have some ex-Class 158 units, the ones that were with TransPennine Express back in the day. Some did get converted. That train's going to Alton, that's 4:50. So there's the 444 and the 450. The 444s have a door at either end of the carriage, and the 450s have doors. They're more similar to the class 350. Of course, these trains, this is all third rail compared to the 450s, which are powered by, no, the 350s, sorry, which is powered by overhead electric. So when spotting here at Waterloo, there are two grid platforms to go on. This one I'm on 7-8, and the other one I was on before, which I think was 13 and 14. So here's some of the older trains. They date back to the 70s, 80s. But eventually, them ones will get withdrawn. Right, that's me done with Waterloo Station. A fab station to spot indeed, I can tell you that. Next time I'm going to get to Big Ben. I want to get there before 12 o'clock, and then I'll be doing one more spotting session before I go back to Gloucester Road to collect my case, and that will be at Isambard Kingdom Brunel's Paddington Station. So instead of taking the Jubilee line or the train from Waterloo East, I'm gonna walk across Westminster Bridge. But I'm gonna go up this way actually. So I'm gonna take a walk along the South Bank to the London Eye and then to Westminster Bridge. A lovely sunny day for it as well. So walking along the South Bank towards Westminster, there's the Golden Jubilee bridges, and over there is Charing Cross Station. It's okay to go spotting that, but if I'm honest, I do prefer Cannon Street Station. Mainly because it's a bit, the platforms, there's more space on them. The other side of the Thames. So we're over, I think over here will be New Scotland Yard, and that's the headquarters of the Metropolitan Police. There is Big Ben, Elizabeth Tower, and Houses of Parliament over here. And the London Eye, which is shut for a few more days for maintenance works. Yes, you do get good views from that when you're at the very top, but I went to the top of Horizon 22 and I got even better views, despite the fact it was a bit hazy with the clouds. There are many boats on the Thames you can get on. Plenty of sightseeing tours you can do on the Thames as well. But if I'm honest, I think next time I do go for a ride on the Thames, I might just take one of the Thames Clipper services. Just like when I went to Venice, I got one of the Vaporetto water buses instead of taking any sightseeing one that was going down the Grand Canal. So for the last time this holiday I've come into Westminster on the Thames and to Big Ben, which in a few minutes will chime 12 times for 12 o'clock. Houses of Parliament there. It's heading westways on the Thames. The South Bank, that's a lovely place to go and get some nice views, nice pictures of Parliament there. There's St Thomas's Hospital, the London Eye there, and that's all the embankment on the other side. And I'm going to go and have a look at Whitehall in a bit. Now Big Ben's about to chime 12 times. Big Ben and the Elizabeth Tower look absolutely beautiful in that winter sunshine. For a number of years, she was covered in scaffolding while they did restoration work on the clock. The only time it chimed was Remembrance Sunday, Remembrance Day, and New Year's Eve. So we'll go to Whitehall next. Somewhere down there is the UK's smallest Tesco store. You literally go in one way, you come out the other. It's just like one single aisle. So to the right, that's heading down Whitehall. I'm going to do that next. I think these are the Cabinet Office war rooms. It's Parliament Square over here. Westminster Abbey up here. And there's Big Ben up there. Sometimes you get a lot of protests happening down here. A lot of them over the years. Thankfully, there don't seem to be any sign of them this time. Right, this is where I'll say goodbye to Big Ben. Now, let's head down Whitehall. So these over here, this is the Met Police's Diplomat Protection Unit. These are the cabinet war rooms. And this here is the cenotaph. The glorious dead, lest we forget. In remembrance of all those who we've lost in the war. It is a beautiful sunny day in SW1. And somewhere down here, I think up there, is Downing Street. I'm going to go and have a look at the Black Gate in just a moment. And I plan to walk all the way along Whitehall up to Trafalgar Square. So over there is London's iconic black taxis, known as Hackney carriages. You can literally hire one anywhere across the capital if it is available. Just simply put your arm out and then flag one down. Mind you, the will cost a bit though. A taxi from Heathrow Airport to central London, you're looking at about £57–60. So just outside the residence of the Prime Minister, of course, is Sir Keir Starmer and the Labour Party at the current moment. They were voted, I voted Labour in the summer of last year. There have been many fit Prime Ministers over the years. Likes of Cameron and May, Johnson, Tony Blair, Gordon Brown, John Major, Margaret Thatcher, Callaghan, Harold Wilson, Winston Churchill, and all that. Many, many more. Right. I'm enjoying my walk through the very heart of British government. Many government departments down here that deal with all sorts of areas. Just further up is Trafalgar Square, so I'm going to head to there and then head to Charing Cross Tube Station to jump on the Waterloo to Paddington. Got the Cavalry House that takes you through to Horse Guards Road on the other side. And these are the mounted bodyguard. Hey, it's also a lovely day for this, just to do one of my many walks I've done around the capital the last few days. There's still many of these around. Hardly anyone uses one nowadays. The iconic great red British telephone box. Of course, everyone was using these in the days before mobile phones, smartphones and stuff and all that. Here's an iconic shot, looking down Whitehall to see Big Ben up there in the distance. It's just gone past 5 to 1. It's a nice walk that, going down along Whitehall. And here I am at just about Trafalgar Square. That must be the embassy of South Africa. Up there, that's the National Gallery. There you've got Nelson's column up there. Just along, that is the, I wonder if it's the Canadian embassy. A lot of work's going on, but a lot of the buses are getting diverted. This usually is a busy area for the London buses. As the Jam would sing, Going Underground. There's also a spoof version of that called the London Underground song. In the meantime, I'm going to catch the Bakerloo up to Paddington station. These and the Piccadilly Line trains, these are the oldest now in the whole London Underground fleet.
Mind the gap, please.
Please stand clear of the doors.
Quarter two, we're now going Great Western. So here I am, my last spotting session, Paddington Station. Isambard, Kingdom, Brunel's, absolutely wonderful Paddington Station. Another successful sign-in as well. And this is my last spotting session on my little London trip. So the terminus of the Great Western Main Line, we've got services going towards the Reading. The main services go to Oxford, Bristol, Exeter, Plymouth, Penzance. You've got trains going to Wales, to Cardiff, Swansea and Carmarthen. Trains via the West Country, Swindon of course, and then the local services like to Newbury, Field, Slough, Twyford and all that. And of course on that side there's a London Underground, the Circle and the Hammersmith and City Line services. That's the Hammersmith branch going that way. That way takes you back towards Edgware Road station. So nowadays it's all GWR IET trains. In the old days this would have been First Great Western HSTs and that. The old, there were various different colours. There was a cigar livery, there was like the green and white, and there was also the Barbie livery. Well, remember that. So now any train that's going to Wales, they can run electrified as far as Cardiff Central before changing to the diesel mode to carry on to Swansea and Carmarthen. Otherwise the other trains have to run electrified, I think, to Reading. Oh, and also up to like Westbury and that. No, they can run electrified to Bristol, near Bristol Parkway, but then it's diesel from Bristol onwards down to Penzance. Also nowadays, them trains can run to Great Malvern, Gloucester and Cheltenham Spa, as well as Hereford. And this one's going to Penzance, long journey that, about 5 hours. 2 ways getting there. You can of course take this one, and you can also take the Night Riviera train that leaves here about after midnight, and it'll get you down to Cornwall about maybe 7 o'clock in the morning. And another service you can get is of course Heathrow Express from here to Heathrow Airport. Of course I could do that just by coming up, getting my case, come back up here and get a ticket, but I ain't doing that. And that's because Heathrow Express is ridiculously expensive. I think for a single ticket we're looking at about £15–20. I'm just going to take the Piccadilly Line. I've just checked how much it is for a single on Heathrow Express. £25 as a walk-up fare for a single. That is absolute ridiculous. The Elizabeth line though would cost about £12 for a single. But I'm taking the tube because I'm already using it today. The London Underground is very iconic, and even that whistle, that's an iconic whistle. It needs to tell us the sound of the tube trains. Why are the trains to Heathrow expensive and have special fares? It's due to the fact the tunnel between Hayes and Harlington and... no, I think between West Drayton and Heathrow Airport is actually owned by Heathrow Airport Holdings. It used to be BAA and not owned by Network Rail. So what they do is they charge each train a premium, and that premium is passed on to the passengers. Pretty much everything's electric at this station now. Back in the day there was only two electrified lines. That was to accommodate the Heathrow Express trains, which appeared in the early 2000s. I've had a wonderful session here. Just going to go and sign out now. And one of the food, of course, this station's known for is marmalade sandwiches. Paddington Bear, of course. Somewhere around here there is a statue of Paddington Bear, but I don't have time to go and find it. Just going to go and get signed out and then head down back to the hotel where I was staying at Gloucester Road. Right, got my case, and now down to Heathrow Airport I go. It's going to jump on the Piccadilly Line. It's going to take me about 50 minutes to get down there. Yes, it is the slowest way from Central London to Heathrow, but can be the cheapest. Well, the buses and the coaches can be cheap as well, but it's a bit more easier. Sitting Gloucester Road was just outside the hotel. So getting the tube was a lot more easier, and I can see a plane landing into Heathrow right now, actually. Coming in on a easterly direction, well, heading west. Portsmouth.
And Terminal 5. The next station is Acton Town. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Change for the District Line and Piccadilly Line services to other destinations.
The outside's the District Line services. We're just past Chiswick Park. A sunny afternoon in southwest London. Going through Hounslow.
The next station is Hounslow West. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. This train is going to Heathrow Terminals 2 and 3 and Terminal 5. Customers for Heathrow Terminal 4 should change here and wait for a train to Terminal 4. Times.
Now
Change here for the Elizabeth line.
Although as you can see, it's still called 1, 2 and 3. Terminal 1 shut in 2015. It's been partially demolished. So next thing for me is T5.
Station is Heathrow Terminal 5. Change for the Elizabeth line. This train will terminate here. Or change. Please ensure that you take all your personal belongings with you.
Made done with the tube now, made done with London, now at Heathrow Terminal 5, gonna down and get my bag dropped off. So now at Heathrow Terminal 5, it's now 4:10. I think I'm getting here a bit too early actually. Nevertheless, at least I'm here. The flight is 18:55, BA 1322 to Newcastle. About 50 minutes to an hour and 10. And then I'll be getting the metro and then the bus home. They've still got the Christmas decorations up in here. They really do need to take them down. Because when they're up after 12th night, it's bad luck. So I've got time, a couple of hours to kill before I jump on. So I'll probably be getting some food. It'll be expensive though. So this is of course the hub of British Airways, the home. The main hub, the other one being down at Gatwick Airport. So we've got various BA flights out there. You can see it looks like a 787, could be the Dreamliner there. So they're the long haul flights, and then of course you've got the short haul ones. The likes of like the A319, the 320 and the 321. I think mine's going to be a 320 to take us up to the North East tonight. Yeah. Busiest airport in Europe. As you can see, look, the Christmas tree is still up. We're a bit late getting these deckies down, but anyway, one last chance to have a look at it. Dark out there, and freezing cold as well from what I've seen. And my flight is going from gate A10, and thankfully I was almost spot on, sitting in the right place for it. Right, on I go. Once again, a trip on another bus round to the plane, and this will be something a bit regular for me. A couple more times this year. Oh, we'll always make a tab up in the air, usually. Quite a way to go for this one. Right, back on board again after a good few days in the capital. So going to be probably a little delayed getting up. Nevertheless, at least we do get there. So it looks like it's going to be another clear night flying up the country. But freezing cold when I get up there though. Going to be like -2. Oh well. It is winter after all. There's one of the bigger ones over there.
Today, we'll be on a flight deck. Captain is James Hardman. My turn now to be flying, so I shall take us up to Newcastle, a very short hop of 48 minutes. With him in the cabin is Nick. He and his team will shortly be introducing themselves to you, if they haven't done so already. They're also going to be giving you a safety demonstration. Now, I appreciate it's getting late, but please do keep one eye open for it. We do show it, after all, for your safety. Talking about safety, we've got a bit of ice on our wings, so we're going to need about a 10 or 15 minute detour as we whiz around and get that sprayed off. But other than that, it should be a pretty uneventful flight.
So probably adding about 10-15 minutes on to get that ice cleared off the wings. Interesting. I'm pushing back now.
Whilst the cabin crew take their positions for safety briefing, please can we remind you, smoking, including e-cigarettes, vaping and the use of other smoking devices is not permitted at any time whilst on board. This includes inside the toilets, which are fitted with smoke detectors. But note devices should have the flight safe mode feature enabled now. Handheld devices must be held securely or placed into a pocket. Larger devices including laptops must be stored away safely for takeoff and landing. Please unplug your device from the power socket for takeoff and landing. They must also be unplugged when they are not in use.
Just above you. And with the cabin crew, please take your seats for takeoff. Thanks.
About these ones, the Air Freight 20 Neo, mood lighting. So B and C jets are in little satellite buildings like that one over there. Before we take off, we're going to have a little run around the airport for the moment, get the ice off the wings. That's the Airbus A380 Jumbo Jet over there. Looks like we are going to be taking off soon. Or maybe not. due to the ice that was on the wings. You can see several other aircraft waiting to land. Anyways, here we go.
My pleasure to welcome on board our flight tonight to Newcastle. Special welcome to those who returning from our Executive Club and those joining from our One World Lines flights. I remind you, keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated and must remain securely fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is on. And we know our big lovelies, please do take care as license may move and could fall down. As a final reminder, smoking including e-cigarettes, vaping and using.
Stunning views out there. Once again, another clear nighttime ride back up to Newcastle like I did last November. we'll head up the Midlands. Towns and cities at night time in the air. Sometimes you can't tell what's what. Possibly some of these fields will have snow on them. It has been very cold the last few days. It's now gone 8 o'clock. Announcement, it did say 10 minutes to London.
Leaving the floor and around your seat completely clear. Please take that up there was body to bag and seat is in the landing position with the armrest down and your seatbelt is securely fastened. If you are sitting by a window and have lowered the blind, please return this to the open position for landing. You may continue to use the handheld electric devices for landing.
The next time I'm back in the air, 25th of March.
The laptops must be switched off and stored when landing. Please also take a moment to remind yourself of your nearest seat and extend the safety card in your seat area. In the event of emergency, leave all hand baggage behind. Thank you.
This is where we play the game of what can I recognise from the air. If I can say it now, that is Hope. be St James's Park up there. And there's the Tyne. Whitley Bay.
Light switch just above your heads, and with the cabin crew please now take your seats.
train will be doing one more flight back down to Heathrow tonight. And there's still some snow around.
Hello everybody, a very warm welcome to Newcastle. Local time here is just coming up to 8:25 in the evening. Please remain seated with your seatbelts clearly fastened until the fasten seatbelt signs have been switched off. And when it's safe to do so, please take care when opening overhead lockers, items may move and could fall out and cause an injury. You may now make and receive calls as well as use all your data services on your handheld electronic devices. And just as a final reminder, please check that you have all your personal belongings with you tonight before leaving the aircraft. If you require assistance here at Newcastle, then please do speak or contact our colleagues on the ground who will be happy to help. And for those customers who ordered special assistance to leave the aircraft tonight, please remain seated until the aisle arranger is clear and our crew are on hand to assist you. Well, on behalf of all of us on board the aircraft, all the crew of British Airways, I'd thank you for choosing to fly with us. We look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. So until then, thank you and a very good evening to you all.
Well, for me, that'll be 25th of March when I'm back on here again.
Captain toss to manual and have to cross checks, please.
Just landed, I think. Looks like so.
I think we're on gate 2 or no, gate 3. Right. Right, back in Newcastle, gonna jump on the metro back to the city. This time, no wheels missing on this case. This is actually a medium-sized one. I had to take a wheel off the large one to fit on this. Nevertheless, catch metro to probably Haymarket. I need to get some dinner before I get home. A bit of a wait for one, but nevertheless, here we are. Aye.
And it's not a good job. Because originally, the original writing was actually a heat transfer stencil carefully made for the setup. I suspect we're all
Next
going
station
to
is Haymarket
so,
for city centre shopping and local bus services.
central red, they'll make black. Oops, it's black.
That's my case. That was Dean Runners. Just chatting to someone because I've just seen the new metro train out, 555 at West Jesmond. So hopefully this year now we'll get a ride on one of them. I'm getting off at Haymarket. Not far to go now. Need me tea and then straight on to the bus.
This is Haymarket.
So I've gone from the tube to the metro. Walking down Northumberland Street when it is -3 degrees Celsius. It is really, really cold. I'm going to go to Macaday's and then jump straight on the bus. Right, let's go, let's go. Home we go now, across the high level. back in Chester Street. It's now 6 minutes past 11 at night. It's -4 degrees Celsius out here. It's freezing cold. There's one more bus to my estate, the 34, and then I'll end the diary tomorrow night. I'll do my video outro bits then. So from this bit, it's good night. Hello everyone, it's me again. It's the next day, the 10th of January at 25 to 11. I was shattered again when I got home last night, so that's why I left my video outro for tonight. So, first trip away of 2025, and I went to London, and honestly I had a lovely time away. The purpose of this trip was a few things. One, I wanted to see what it was like to get from Heathrow Airport to central London, so I flew down from Newcastle on British Airways instead of getting LNER to London King's Cross. If I'm honest, I think next time I go back to London, I think I will go back to getting the train. Mainly because of the fact, well, okay, the flight is much faster, 50 minutes to 1 hour and 10. That does depend on air traffic control restrictions, mainly around Heathrow Airport, being the busiest airport in Europe, so you can always expect some delay. But also because the process of getting on a train is much simpler compared to getting on the plane. With a train you don't have all that security and check-in and baggage to deal with and all that. You just turn up at the station, wait for your train, jump on, and then away you're down. It's just like that. Plus, I think I do like the train ride, actually. I'm honest, I do like going down the East Coast Main Line. But at least by flying with BA, it meant I was able to collect some more of my Avios points, which of course I can use to boot them on another flight. I wanted to see what Newcastle Airport was like this time of year. I went on the Monday when all the kids were down back to school and everyone else was down back to work, and if I'm honest, it was a bit busier than what I thought it was going to be. There were people jetting off on winter holidays to sunny destinations. For example, parts of like Turkey and Cyprus, the Canary Islands, which are like warm all year round. People may be going to the southern hemisphere, where it's their summertime. The Newcastle to Heathrow route, it's well used service. The one I got down though had some empty seats on. I actually had a few seats to myself. So there'll be people who have been travelling maybe back home after the Christmas break, back home to their families and that. Obviously a lot of people travel to Heathrow to connect onto many other flights, of course, out of there, like especially out of Terminal 5 and that. Well, you have to go there to get to a lot of places anyway. People could even be travelling onwards to Gatwick Airport on the coach from Heathrow to Gatwick. Sometimes you have to go to Gatwick to get some places you can't go from Heathrow, actually. So it took 45-50 minutes to get from Heathrow to central London on the Piccadilly Line. That was perhaps the most convenient for us, especially with my case and that. And okay, it's cheap enough. It does go towards your daily cap. Heathrow Express, you have to pay £25 for a single. The Elizabeth line would have costed £12. I just went with the tube, just for convenience. You can of course get the coach and the buses. The taxi though would have costed about 57 quid. So I went to my first hotel, was Belgravia Rooms in Victoria, and don't even go there at all. Checked in, I had to then go to a separate building to go upstairs to the room, carry my case all the way up. There was no lift whatsoever. The room was absolutely tatty. It was in an attic. There was paint peeling off all sorts of places. The toilet was gross flushing. I was absolutely not happy whatsoever with that unsatisfactory room. I quickly went on my phone and found another hotel, same price, the Montana Hotel just outside on Gloucester Road, which was a much nicer hotel. And thankfully I have been on the phones to booking.com at the time of filming this, and hopefully I think they are going to get sorted with me getting a refund and that. I seriously hope they do give us a refund. But that's what. But that hotel, Belgrave Rooms, Ebury Road near Victoria Station. Do not go there. Don't go. Don't go. Don't go. Because otherwise you'll have a horrible time. So this hotel, the one I was in, much nicer, lovely on the inside. I think it had like a bit of an Indian inspiration to it. Had like an Indian restaurant as well next to it, but still, no matter what, it was lovely. The room, nice bed, had air conditioning, obviously heating at this time of year. It had a fridge as well, and a safe, and a lovely bathroom and shower. So that's exactly what I wanted. And right on Gloucester, literally outside Gloucester Road Tube Station, that was very ideal for me to get to where I wanted to get to the tube, and also handy for me case as well, because then I can get on that and straight back to Heathrow. So hotel accommodation was all sorted eventually. I did lots of things in London. I filmed stations and had not a single problem at any of them. Obviously I signed in, got a visitor's badge. Victoria, they were lovely. I did King's Cross, Euston, St Pancras. St Pancras, you just asked the barrier and at the East Midlands Railway and they let us on straight away. No problems at Euston Station this time. I did Paddington as well, Liverpool Street. That's usually the station that I do worry about, but no, they were lovely there. Cannon Street Station, they were absolutely lovely indeed. I even asked the ticket barrier, told them what I wanted to do, went straight to the opposite platform 1 and signed in, no problem. I actually like Cannon Street Station better than Charing Cross because there's more space on the platform, you can see all the landmarks around, so you can even do a bit of sightseeing while you're doing your spotting at the station. I also went up various attractions. Wembley Stadium, I did the Wembley Stadium tour and it's an amazing stadium to get in. All the events that have happened over there, from the World Cup '66, Euro '96, Euro 2020, Live Aid, there's been motorsports, music concerts, boxing, NFL, the American football, all sorts of events have took place in that wonderful stadium that can seat up to about 90,000 people. Hopefully one year I'll be at a match there one day. I went in the changing rooms, I'd see all the England women's and the men's shirts. I saw the media rooms where they have the press conferences and all that. So Wembley Stadium is definitely a must go. I also went to the top of Horizon 22, which is a tall building in the City of London, nearly about as tall as the Shard, and plus free entry, whereas the Shard would have costed 35 quid. And stunning views of all of London from up there, despite the haze. Nevertheless, it was amazing. I also visited Canary Wharf, Camden Town, which is a very cool neighbourhood with all sorts of restaurants, pubs, clubs, different cultures and all that. During the day though, it'll be really lively, especially with Camden Market around there. I went to the other financial district, Canary Wharf. That was amazing as well. I went at night time, so lit up, it looked stunning, lit up at night. And of course I did other places. I did I did Waterloo Station, by the way, and they were lovely there as well, spotting wise. I went to Westminster, Trafalgar Square, Leicester Square, Piccadilly Circus, Tower of London, saw Tower Bridge, went along the embankment, went on the South Bank, Buckingham Palace as well, I did that. And I saw the Ritz Hotel, so I did all sorts around London. Yes, it is one of the most another expensive city in the world, but being from the UK, I sort of had the home advantage of where to eat, where not to eat, where to go, where not to go, and all that. So all in all, I had a lovely few days away, and then coming home was a breeze, getting the Piccadilly Line back to Heathrow Terminal 5. I already checked in, so baggage drop, that was a piece of cake. And then straight back up to here, and then I had to wait a while for a metro train. There was a gap in the service. And on the way back to Newcastle, I saw one of the new metro trains, the 555 at West Jesmond, and hopefully I should get a ride on the new metro train this year. I might hopefully include that in a diary, but just wait and see. I've got the new Northumberland line to take on this year, so I want to do that. And got the bus back to here. So what's my plans for the rest of 2025? Well, as I said, I've got a few trips. The next one coming on the 25th of March. A few trips booked this year. This year is I'm going to be focusing mainly on flying. So I'll be, as Phil Collins would say, in the air tonight. Yeah, I'll still be doing some train outings and that, but I've done the UK ones so many times now, I'm starting to get a bit tired of them. I want to go and see more places outside the country, further afield. So, and I'm going to be doing a few this year. And the first one, 25th of March, for a week, new country, new destination. But this year will be my first ever trip to Germany. A country that's been on my bucket list for a long, long time. And I'll be going to Frankfurt for a week. I've always wanted to do the German railways, the ICE trains. And finally, I'm going to do that in 2025. I've got a couple of other trips away after that, but more about them as I come to it. Thank you for watching this and other bits. And I will see, hopefully have a lovely lovely 2025. And I will see you in my holiday away in Germany. Good night, and I should say, Auf Wiedersehen, pet.